Rocks have uses. Examples are granite is used in building blocks, slate in tiles, and rock salt is the regular table salt that we cook with and eat. Examples of minerals are gold, diamond, silver, talc, gypsum, and bauxite. Minerals are identified by their properties such as color, luster, hardness, and transparency. Talc is the mineral used to make body powder that you put on your body after a bath. Talc is the softest mineral with a hardness of 1. Diamond is the hardest mineral with a hardness of 10. Soil is made up of air, water, and other matter. Decayed plants and animals in soil is called humus. Humus has lots of nutrients that are good for the soil. The 3 types of soils are clay, sand, and loam. Loam is also called garden soil and is a mixture of clay, sand, and humus. Loam allows plants to grow well. Clay soil is heavy and does not allow water to drain through it easily. Clay, however, allows plants to grow well in it. Sandy soil, on the other hand, is light and water drains through it easily. Sandy soil does not allow plants to grow well. Loam is the best soil to grow plants in. Weathering is the breaking apart of rocks into smaller pieces by chemicals and the elements of weather such as wind, water, and temperature. Erosion is the removal of the top layer of soil by wind or water, as in flooding and hurricane. So do you see the difference between weathering and erosion? Weathering is the breaking apart of rocks into smaller pieces, and erosion is the removal of the top layer of soil. Soil erosion is caused by deforestation, poor farming, and overgrazing by animals such as cows, goats, and horses. Deforestation is cutting down too much trees, and overgrazing is eating too much grass off the land, leaving it without grass and dry. So animals will eat too much grass off the land, and that is overgrazing. Animals such as cows and goats and horses. Soil conservation is taking care of the soil. Soil conservation can be done by rotating crops, terracing, planting suitable crops for the soil, not allowing overgrazing by animals, and planting trees on eroded slopes. Weather is the day-to-day condition of the atmosphere at different places at different times. Weather changes all the time. Example, this morning was sunny. Now is windy. Later will be rainy. Tomorrow will be cloudy. The next day will be hot. Tonight will be cold. So cold, windy, rainy, cloudy, sunny, hot. Those are examples of the weather. Meteorology is the study of the weather. A thermometer measures temperature. A rain gauge measures rainfall at a particular place and time. An anemometer measures wind speed. A wind vane measures wind direction. A hydrometer measures humidity. A barometer measures air pressure. The main types of clouds are cirrus, stratus, cumulus, and cumulonimbus. Climate is the average weather of a place over many years, about 30 years. Example: tropical climate, polar climate, and temperate climates. Factors that affect climate are latitude, that is the nearness of the place to the equator. Altitude, that is the height of the place above sea level, and the distance of the place from the sea. The nearer a place is to the equator, the hotter the place is. The higher above sea level or higher up a hill or mountain a place is, the colder the place is. And the nearer to the sea a place is, the cooler the place, and the more rain the place gets. A force is a push, pull, or twist by one object onto another. When force is applied, a still unmoving object will move. Also, the speed, direction, shape, or size of an object changes. When force is applied and movement happens, then the forces are unbalanced. The movement happens because of the stronger force, and movement will happen or occur in the direction of the stronger force. If no movement happens when force is applied, the forces are balanced then. This means both forces are of the same strength. Force is measured in newtons. Some basic forces are gravity, friction, and magnetism. Gravity is the force that pulls everything towards the earth and gives objects their weight. Friction is the force that slows down or stops movement of surfaces rubbing against each other. The rougher the surface, the more friction there is. Friction is reduced by applying oil or grease to the surface, that is, lubricating the surface. Friction is also reduced or made less by making the surface smoother in other ways. Can you think of other ways to reduce friction? Magnetism is the invisible force of attraction or repulsion between substances, especially iron, steel, and nickel. So, Attraction is when objects move towards each other. Repulsion is when objects move away from each other. And invisible means that you cannot actually see the thing with your eyes. So magnetism is the invisible force of attraction or repulsion between substances, especially iron, steel, and nickel. Like poles repel or move away from each other, while unlike poles attract or move towards each other. Therefore, two south poles or two north poles will repel each other, and north and south will attract each other. A magnet can be made by stroking them or by using electricity. Thank you for watching. You should watch these GSAT videos over and over again until you know them from memory. Repetition is important. You can always message me if you have any questions or need further help using my email address, my Facebook page, or the telephone numbers that are shown on the screen. So bye bye for now. Bye bye.